Alrighty, so I got everything done. If you've been watching any of these videos, I'm tying this into hopefully a couple other videos, so I'm just checking back in after I've already posted about the progress I was making. I'm probably going to wind up changing out this intake manifold and the cylinder heads. I'll probably have them sent out. I'm not going to worry about all that right now, that's why it's still ugly. I'm not too worried about the grease and stuff. I'm gradually getting to it. But I was able to get the timing chain on, our new harmonic balancer in, the water pump, it's a new one, on. I painted flat black, everything else I could inside there. Let me grab another flashlight and I'll hopefully be able to shine down in here, whatever I'm doing. Anyway, that's all new back down in there. I don't know if you can see very well. It's all new. And I painted everything flat black, and it's the 2000 degree flat black, so I don't have to worry about it flaking off. And it probably will flake off anyways, so do the best you can, I guess. Let me see here. Sorry, I'm moving this camera around too much. I've got some new oil for this, which I had to drain the oil because I had to pull the pan. That was a nightmare. Had to pull the oil pan off to get that timing chain cover off. I'm not turning it. I turn that light down to dim. So I've got this kind of oil. You know, an old '74 small block Chevy. You normally wouldn't use conventional synthetic. That's almost too low. Let me change this. You wouldn't use synthetic oil on something this old. They say the new stuff nowadays won't leak. You know, because for a while their synthetics would cause your seals to leak. And they say this new stuff doesn't do that now, which I don't know. I've seen it happen to people where they, I'm just looking at some stuff here. I've seen it happen to people where they put synthetic oil in their car, like a 70s, 80s vehicle, and it started leaking. And I think what they say is now if it leaks, now it may get worse, but it shouldn't cause your seals to leak. But I'm going to use conventional oil anyways for now. I got some of this Lucas oil stuff here, pure synthetic. It's for synthetic and non-synthetic oils, as it says right there. But it's also supposed to, you know, if you've had an oil change, it takes a little minute, a little bit for the oil to circulate through, and this is supposed to kind of help it. The thing with the synthetic oils and any oil in general, after doing some reading, I get 10W30. It's what I've always used in a small block Chevy. Some people like 10W40. Other people like 5W20. I don't know. I like it kind of thin, but not too thin. But anyways, you can do research, and everyone's got their own personal favorite. In all my other vehicles that are newer, I use Royal Purple. And that's my favorite, 520, 530, whatever it is. Royal Purple's probably my favorite oil. I usually like Mobil 1, but Mobil 1's hard to find anything that's not synthetic for this kind of vehicle. Last time I did oil change, I had a Mobil 1 as I think the Revolution 5000, I think was what it was called. And it's for non-synthetic type engines, that couldn't use synthetic oils. So anyways, it's ready to start. Well, I'll take that back. After I put the water pump in and everything else in, the thermostat housing, new thermostat, all that stuff, I use high temp RTV. It's the red. Sometimes people use blue. Usually people use blue, and it's up good for 250 degrees. But I don't know why. I just like high temp stuff. I'm just weird like that. And so I'm hoping, reading everything, that it's supposed to be good for all automotive oils and stuff, fluids. It won't do good with gasoline, but none of them really do. It's got to be rated for gasoline usually. But anyway, so tomorrow, because I got to let it sit for 24 hours, and I got this all done around 1, 2 o'clock today. Tomorrow I'm going to go on ahead and I will pour antifreeze and stuff in the radiator. I didn't want to put fluids in it because it would get up to the water pump, and that's another one that has to sit for 24 hours. I'll go on ahead and fill it up, the fluids tomorrow, and then I'll turn it on. Hopefully I'll have my GoPro hooked up. I've got a mount right here now. It's Velcro, and I can kind of change the angle if I want to point in a certain direction, like over here, over there, whatever, and look out the window. But I'm gonna see if I can get that going. But it should start right up, I would imagine, unless I got to adjust the carb, because I was adjusting when the whole thing went out to begin with. So hopefully, may have to back out the air fuel idle mixture screws 3 turns. That usually is what you need to get it started. Then you kind of tweak it in. But we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, it all goes well. Honestly, I would be surprised if it doesn't leak, if it doesn't have a drip. That's just kind of how these old vehicles are. And when I pulled the oil pan, I didn't change the gasket. I just figured, well, you know, I could always get the oil pan without having to take a bunch of other stuff off. So if it doesn't leak, then great. If it does leak, no big deal. It'll be just a little drip. Shouldn't be anything pouring out. I've got everything sealed up good. We'll see. I'm sure it won't have any drips or anything, but it wouldn't surprise me. I'm not going to, you know, get all upset if it does have a drip, because it's an old vehicle, and they do. It wasn't leaking at all when I first tore it down, so if it does leak, it'd be on me, but whatever. I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I'm trying to piece these videos together. It doesn't let me upload anything more than 15 minutes, and I am verified YouTube account, so I don't know why it does that on me, but whatever. I'm going to go ahead and splice together what I can to get a full 15 minutes plus. Should be right about there with the last 2 or 3 videos I've done. I haven't uploaded any of them. If I have to, I'll upload those first. That way I have a good long video. But some people don't like anything over 15-20 minutes. And personally, you know, I'm a 10-15 minute kind of guy myself. So with that, I guess I'll get off here. I'll post more tomorrow. Thanks. Bye-bye.